Rising beauty standards and its effect on society. With the rise of TikTok and Instagram, we now see hundreds of attractive people daily. As studies show how when people saw more attractive faces, they'd rate an average face as lower. Not to mention the rise of teenagers taking SARMs and other performance-enhancing drugs to look a certain way. And if you've been in the fitness industry for a while, you'd come across knowledgeable people in the industry talk about how with the amount of time a celebrity has, it should almost be impossible to achieve the physiques that they have unless they use performance-enhancing drugs. And for women, almost every single woman uses a filter on the app, which perpetuates the beauty standards even more. And almost every single woman also uses makeup. This shows figuratively and literally women aren't comfortable in their own skin. And of course, not to mention the rise in plastic surgery and the normalization of it. So with all this, instead of looking at all these people on social media, let's look at you. It's human nature to compare others to yourself. And now you see that all these extremely attractive people, they get all this attention and they're everywhere. And you may or may not even want attention, but it's the fact that these people are everywhere, being constantly looked at in a good light. So if they are being perceived in this way, then what about you? How do you compare? If this is what's right for society, are you good enough? Society is now pushing the idea that you need to constantly work out, be in shape, look a certain way. And well, it's all in good faith because working out, we all know, is good for you. Increases your dopamine receptors, and is also good for longevity. But now, we also know that the visuals is all we look for now. The importance isn't on health anymore. And now, life is a competition to who can look the best. The likes are the scoreboard, and people's attention is the deciding factor. But when we dig deep down, none of it is important. And the reason why we do this is just because we feel we aren't enough. With this overemphasis on looks, men paying money to women who look a certain way, women wanting a certain height from men on Tinder, people have become more shallow. Tutorials on how to look better are getting more and more attention. But people haven't been giving as much attention to learning how to be better emotionally for their partner. While older generations did put importance in looks, they would acknowledge it being shallow. The younger generations, on the other hand, don't. For them, it's become the norm. And combined with the nature of social media shortening attention spans and making people have less incentive to talk in real life, we now have people who are quicker to jump into relationships and quicker to get out of it. And with hustle and cancel culture, it has caused people to focus way more on themselves, thus leading to an even bigger increase in people getting out of relationships and having short-term flings instead of long-term. And this also leads to them caring less about their partner when they are actually in a relationship. This is why Generation Z is now being called the loneliest generation.